Hi Cancer, welcome to February. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy and create some sacred space for this reading. So this month we have Venus moving from Capricorn into Aquarius on February 2nd. And then we have a new moon in Aquarius on February 11th. And Mercury, which has been retrograde in Aquarius, is going direct on the 21st. And then we have a full moon on the 27th in Virgo, which is favorable to your sign. And then on the 26th, Venus moves out of Aquarius and into Pisces. And that's favorable to your sign. That's trining your sign. So let's see what, we'll talk about the astrology later. Let's see what the cards say for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know about love and relationships for the month of February 2021? What is coming up for Cancer in February? What does Cancer need to know about love and relationships in February? February 2021. And somewhere in the middle of all that is Valentine's Day. But we have a lot of energy in Aquarius this month. We have about 6 or 7 planets in Aquarius. So we'll see where that leads you. I think it's in your 8th house. So, what does Cancer need to know? I'm using my old standby Morgan Greer deck, well worn. The Devil, the Ten of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Moon, the Ten of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, the Six of Cups, and the Four of Wands. Okay, interesting. And on the bottom of the deck we have the Three of Cups. So you're starting out February. I feel like there's a cycle that's coming to an end, definitely in a relationship. But you have positive things on the horizon coming after that. So the Devil card. This is a card of, for some of you it could be passion, fear, desire, addiction even. You might be, if you're in a relationship, and with this Ten of Wands, I feel like you've been struggling with something, it could be, for some of you it could be some type of addiction you're trying to overcome, you're trying to give up, but it could also mean a relationship where you feel a strong passion. Devil is passion, desire, where you're almost obsessed with something or someone. And you've been working really hard to overcome this obsession or this fear. Maybe there's a relationship where you feel like you're just, how do I explain? You're like, it's hard to break free from this person because they have this hold on you. And you've been carrying this heavy burden. You have this Ten of Wands. But you're at the 10, so you're about to put this burden down. Whatever you've been carrying, this weight, this burden, it's coming to an end. Because you have these 2 10s here. I feel like you can finally put your burden down. Whatever that's been carrying, whatever you've been carrying. Sometimes the Devil represents fear. Like you're afraid to get involved with someone because you're afraid you'll be overwhelmed by the relationship. That you'll lose yourself in a relationship. Because the feelings are so strong with the Devil. The desire is so strong. The passions are there's so much passion and desire. You're like, it scares you. Like, it's like when you meet someone that has an effect on you more than anyone else, and it's like scary. So the Queen of Pentacles is in the past. This could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that you have dealt with. You could be connecting with someone who is an earth sign. You could be in a relationship with an earth sign. And you have the moon here. This is a card of confusion or miscommunication or not seeing things clearly. So it's possible, sometimes you might be wondering, the moon can represent deception, like you're feeling, can I trust this person? Can I trust my own feelings, my own perception? You know, am I seeing things clearly? Is this person deceiving me? You might be concerned about a third-party situation because you have the Three of Cups here. So maybe you're interested in someone, you're not sure if they have if there's someone else. Or the Three of Cups can also be a card of celebration, birth, children, family. But with this moon card and then the Ten of Swords, I feel like, especially at the full moon that's coming, because full moons, or it might have even happened already because this is in the past. At the full moon, it shines a light on things. The moon card is about imagination. The moon card is about not letting your imagination run away with itself. Like, because Cancer has a tendency to worry. So you might be like worried about things and making things bigger than what they need to be. So maybe your fears are getting blown out of proportion around a relationship. And you need to, maintain a grip on reality and not imagine all these worst case scenarios. So you need to rein in that overactive imagination. And if you're confused about something, then you need to communicate and talk about it. So if you're having a falling out with someone and you're not sure if you can trust them, you need to just talk to them and lay your cards on the table. Say, hey, this is how I feel. I want to know how you feel. Instead of letting your imagination fill in the blanks. Because your imagination might be going, you might be having this whole story in your head that has nothing to do with reality. So if you want to know where you stand in a relationship, or you want to know how someone feels, don't let fear hold you back from communicating and getting to the bottom of something. You have the Ten of Swords here. So this is like you're definitely coming to the end. Something is, like, you may even feel devastated, but at least it's finally over. So some of you might have a relationship where you're like, I'm done. I can't do anymore. I can't go anymore with this. I can't give it any more energy. I'm just done. I've been carrying this burden for a long time. I have to put it down. I have to walk away. So whatever's been, you may feel like you're defeated at some point. But with the Ten of Swords, the worst is over. It can't get any worse. It can only get better. And you have this Two of Swords here. This is like trying to make a decision. You're on the fence about something. If you've had a falling out with someone, you may need to reach out. Somebody has to break the ice. You may be thinking, oh, it's done. I had my chance and I blew it, or, but the Two of Swords here, you have to make a decision. And you've been sitting on the fence for a long time and not taking action. So with the Two of Swords, it's about two people, like each person's waiting for the other person to make the first move. So for some of you, you may have to break the ice. Somebody has to break the ice. And to break the stalemate. This is a card of stalemate. Like nothing's happening because nobody is willing to go out on a limb and risk being rejected or risk being hurt. Maybe that's part of your fear. Fear of rejection. Fear of getting hurt. Fear of being devastated. Because Cancer is a very sensitive sign. You don't take rejection lightly. I mean, you're afraid. Like, what if I ask this person out and they say no? I'm going to be devastated, Or what if I, show my feelings and then they don't care and then I'm going to feel embarrassed, So you have to go out on a limb when it comes to love, because love involves risk. No risk, no reward. If you play it safe, too safe, you'll never get anywhere. But this Two of Swords energy, you have to make a decision. And you will be. Within a month, there's going to be an opportunity that comes up. You have this Wheel of Fortune here. So whatever has ended, like the worst has ended, you can leave that behind you. But don't let your fear stop you from moving forward. Put down your burdens. You're going to start to feel a little bit lighter in the coming months. I feel like you've been really carrying some heavy responsibilities, some heavy baggage, heavy work, heavy stuff. And it's maybe preventing you from going after what you want. But now that's ending because the cards on the staff here are great. In about a month, you have this Wheel of Fortune. This is unexpected opportunity. Things are changing. So if you've been going through a difficult time, that period's over. It's ending. And you may feel like, there's no hope on the horizon. You may feel, beaten by life and just down for the count. But there's a sunrise on this card. You can't really see it on this card, but in some decks, you see the night, but then you see this little crack of light coming on the horizon. It means that tomorrow's another day, and there's a new beginning on breaking with the dawn. And that's coming. This opportunity is coming, but it's in your negative thinking sector, so you're not seeing the opportunity. You're just seeing the darkness. You're seeing the worry. You're just worrying about everything that happened in the past. You're not looking for the opportunity. And you have the Magician here. This is in your environment. This is about communication, sharing ideas, taking action, believing that you can succeed. So the Magician, he has all the skills he needs to get what he wants. He just has to believe that it's possible. He has to believe in himself, in herself. It's about visualizing what you want to create and manifesting it, making it happen through action, through thought, through belief, and through communication. You have the Six of Cups here in your wish fulfillment. This is about healing from the past, but it's also about connecting with people from the past. So you could be reconnecting with someone from the past, and it could be a really nice encounter, because the Six is harmony. The Six is learning from the past, learning from past mistakes, and making the future better. You're going to be meeting, you might be meeting people from your past, but you might be meeting new people too, because this is all about improvement and making the future better. And then you have the Four of Wands. This is a card of marriage and security and stability. So I feel like there could be some unexpected opportunity that comes up this month. If not this month, because this is a 4-week period, it could be at the end of the month. Maybe not at the beginning, more like the end, where you have an opportunity for a new beginning that can be very stable, that can bring joy back into your life. And you might be even having cause for celebration. Maybe there's a party that you go to or gathering, and you connect with people from your past. But whatever it is, it ends in the Four of Wands: security, stability, celebration. So you might be coming out of a dark time, and you're moving toward something that is very nice. The Six of Cups is a good energy. It's about harmony, and it's about improvement and moving into a new situation that is really, if you've been in a difficult situation where there's a lot of struggle and arguments, and you're moving into harmony now. You're moving away from all that. But you have to overcome your fear. And you may have to give up some bad habits, or at least overcome them, get a grip on them. Don't let them control you. You have to control yourself. Don't let your fears control you. You have to be the magician, the manifester. See yourself in this new situation. See yourself in this improved relationship, and it can be yours. You can achieve it. So let's see what the astrology has to say. The new moon for you is happening in your 8th house. That's the house of sex, death, and transformation. It's actually the house where you confront your demons and you confront your blockages to intimacy. The 8th house, like the 7th house, is the house of marriage or committed partnerships, but the 8th house is when you're actually merging with someone at the soul level, and that can be scary. and, you know, facing your fears, facing your deep, what is it that's preventing me from achieving true intimacy? What am I afraid of? You have the chance now to have a new beginning. If you're starting a new relationship this month, it could lead to a really deep connection. One that brings intimacy and greater, a stronger connection, like a soul union, soul connection. You have Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter. Mercury in the 8th is like, you really need to talk about some stuff. You need to get it out. You know, you need to communicate. Whatever you've been carrying inside you, you need to get it out. You need to let the, you know, open up the Pandora's box, let the demons fly out. Confront them. You also have Venus and Jupiter in the 8th house. That brings money in abundance. Sometimes through a partner's income. It might not be, because the 8th house isn't the money that you earn, it's the money that you receive in terms of inheritance or insurance payout or even lottery winning. Sometimes it could be that. But most of the times it's, you know, getting a loan from a bank or getting funding, financial support from something out from somewhere other than your own earnings. With Jupiter there, Jupiter brings abundance, and Venus brings money and luck and opportunity. So you have all that, but you also have Saturn there. So Saturn is telling you have to be responsible. If you get a windfall or an unexpected change in fortune, you can't treat it lightly. You have to take it seriously, and you have to take responsibility. With Saturn makes you work hard. Saturn doesn't give you anything for free. But whatever you work for, when you get the reward of Saturn, it will last a lifetime. It will be stable and secure, but you'll have to do the work. So if you're dealing with your fears about, you know, and your blockages around intimacy, it's going to be work. It's not going to be an easy ride. But the outcome, the end result will be very positive, and you will be able to drop some baggage that's been holding you back. You have Mars is squaring all this Aquarius energy. Mars is in the 11th house in Taurus. You have Uranus in the 11th house, also in Taurus. So you might be, your needs around, your wishes and dreams, you're putting a lot of energy in achieving a goal. But you might be changing as a result of some new friendship or new group that you belong to. You might be meeting new people through the groups that you belong to. Or you might be like, with Mars, sometimes Mars can bring arguments with friends. But it also brings energy. So Mars is really just energy. It's ambition. It's striving for a goal. So if you're frustrated, it could lead to arguments. But if you're going after what you want, it just, you know, it's like you have this fire in your soul. So you may be finally saying, you know what, I'm going to work toward a dream or a goal. And I'm going to confront my fears. Even if it gets me I have to get out of my comfort zone to get what I want. I'm going to try and fight for that. So I feel like the conflict, because Mars is squaring all this Aquarian energy. So there's a conflict. There's an uncomfortableness. It's not an easy, like trines are easy, sextiles are easy. You know, you don't mind working with the energy. But with the square, you feel like it's not, like you have to be something other than yourself to get what you want. You have to do something that's uncomfortable to get what you want. But it's worth the challenge. It's like a challenge that you have to overcome. It's a hurdle. But if you can overcome it, the reward will be great, because Uranus is there. It'll free you. You might be connecting with people that are different, very different than friends that you've had in the past. You have the North Node in the 12th house at this new moon. And it's trining, you know, the new moon is trining the North Node. And Mercury is trining the North Node, Venus and Jupiter. So, and the North Node is in your 12th house. It's like you have a chance to free yourself and get on the right path. Free yourself from your demons. Free yourself from your fears and anything that's been blocking you from achieving the goals that you want, the intimate relationship that you want, the soul union that you've always wanted. You can achieve that. But it's going to involve, you know, speaking up and talking about things that you may have been like not comfortable with. It's because Gemini is about communication, the storytelling, telling your story. What is your story? Don't hide it. Talk about it. Come to terms with it and release it. So then we have this full moon. And the full moon's in the 3rd house, 3rd and 9th house. Those are the travel houses and the communication houses. So if you're connecting, something is coming to completion around it could be a communication project, a marketing project. It could also be something that involves relatives, because the 3rd house has to do with siblings. The 9th house has to do with travel, higher education, your belief systems. So you might be seeing things in a different way at this full moon. Someone you might even meet someone if you're meeting a relationship, if you're starting a relationship, it could be with someone from a different culture than you or a different belief system than you. Someone whose ideas are different. They were raised in a different culture, or you have to stretch and grow to incorporate this person into your life. Now, Venus in the 9th is sextile Uranus in the 11th at this full moon. So there could be some friendship. I feel like there's someone at a distance. A friendship could turn to love. Or there could be some unexpected development that helps you achieve a goal you've always wanted. You have Pluto in the 7th, so your relationships are changing. You could attract someone very intense, very alluring, very like someone that you're obsessed with almost, because the Pluto is like obsession, passion, powerful emotions. We just had Venus conjunct Pluto a few days ago, just before the end of January. So that's intense feelings. You may have intense desires for someone, and you need to. Pluto wants you to have a deep and Pluto is not superficial. If your relationships have been superficial, Pluto's like, no, I want you to have a soul union. I want you to go deep with someone. And with all the stuff that and the fear of betrayal, the fear of being vulnerable, the fear of dropping your guard and showing, and that's like Cancer is terrified of that. You got this hard shell on the outside. All you want to do is protect your tenderness, because Cancer is really a very tender person, very sensitive, and to be exposed like that, it's just like your worst nightmare. But that's the way you achieve intimacy. That's when you really connect with someone on a soul level, on an intimate level, there's nothing better than that. But you have to overcome fear to get there, and you have to come out of your comfort zone, come out of your shell to get there. And I think that's what you're going to be doing this month. And if you can do it, if you can overcome those fears, you're golden. You've got the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You've got the 4 of Wands. You've got the 6 of Cups. You could really be connecting with something special. But you have to drop your guard and show your true nature. Show your real self. Come out of the shell. It'll be worth it. I guarantee you. So that's my reading, Cancer, for February. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And if you did, click on the like button. Click on the subscribe button. If you want a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website and we'll get you on the schedule. If you're new, welcome. And if you like this video, leave a comment. Let me know if it resonated with you. And the last thing I want to say is thank you everyone for supporting my channel, for listening every month and commenting and ordering readings. I really appreciate your support. I wouldn't be here without you. So I really value all of you. And I hope you have a wonderful February. Have a wonderful, happy Valentine's Day. And I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.